just show you the big names to watch out for. First, the BJP. The lists are not out, ladies and gentlemen. Mind you, those meetings are still very much on. There's a big game of brinkmanship taking place, but these are the big names to watch out for when the ticket lists are announced. Suvendu Adhikari, of course, former aide of Mamata Banerjee, BJP leader. You just heard him. Will he fight from Nandigram? Not yet known. Big question. Rajiv Banerjee, ex-Bengal minister, another person who'd recently jumped. He could be a possibility from the Domjur constituency. Jitendra Tiwari, another person who jumped. Ex-TMC MLA from, could be a key face from Asansol. Will he get the ticket? We don't know. Dilip Ghosh, the big high-profile BJP Bengal chief. He's another one to look out for. Shomik Bhattacharya, the BJP spokesperson. Ritesh Tiwari, also another person. Is a vice president of the Bengal BJP. Could he also receive a ticket? Now let me tell you about the ruling party. Trinamool names to watch out for. Partho Chatterjee is a Bengal minister, constituency of Behala Paschim. Firhad Hakim, high-profile Bengal minister, constituency Kolkata Port. Orup Biswas, Bengal minister, constituency Toliganj. Chandrima Bhattacharya, Bengal minister, constituency Damdam Uttar. Subrata Mukherjee, Bengal minister, constituency Baliganj. Shashi Panja, who you've seen here on 5 Live before, is also a Bengal minister, constituency Shampukur. Sujata Mondol, wife of a BJP MP, likely to make her debut from Bankura. Remember, this is all speculation. These are all likelihoods, but I wanted to paint a picture for you so you know that we're keeping track of who the likely candidates are going to be. The big questions we're asking right now. The big questions. Are both the BJP and the Trinamool delaying the announcement of their lists out of nervousness about what the other side is likely to do? Is Mamata Banerjee wary of MLAs who are denied tickets, throwing a fit and crossing over to the BJP? She's already lost quite a few people. Is this delay because the BJP hopes to offset the ruling party's advantage in ticket distribution? They want to depend on winnability and look at a lot of factors and not make any mistakes. Will the ticket list result in an explosion of ditches and crossovers from the Trinamool to the BJP or vice versa? We want to ask those questions because we've seen it happen so far. Joining me live now, Priyanka Tibrewal, spokesperson of the BJP, Riju Datta, spokesperson of the Trinamool. But I first want to, Jayanta Ghoshal is going to be joining us in just a moment. Riju, I'll start with you. Jayanta Ghoshal, senior journalist, says, and I'm quoting from his report, he says it's unusual for the Trinamool to, wait this long before actually announcing its list. We are aware that the list is probably around the corner. We hear that all 294 candidates are going to be announced in one go, unlike before. But Riju, answer this question for me, because Jayanta Ghoshal, who's covered Bengal politics for years, says the principal reason for this delay from the Trinamool side is because Mamata Banerjee wants to make sure that those who are denied tickets don't suddenly throw a fit and cross over to the BJP.
First of all, very good evening to you, Chef. See, the thing is, for Mamata Banerjee to play in the front foot, she does not need to name a stadium after her. That is why on 18th of January, she has announced her own candidacy from Nandigram. Whereas, with all due respect to Mr. Jayanta Ghoshal, the thing is, it is a very high-stakes battle. Let's make no mistake against it. BJP has unleashed its entire armada, and it is more, rather than, even though there are 5 states that are contesting, it is a prestige fight for BJP. And my sources say that right now, the way it is going, out of 814 seats in all the 5 states, BJP will probably get around 100 seats. So it is utterly important for the upcoming 2024 elections that BJP somehow managed to gain some ground in Bengal. So, obviously, prevention is...
But why the delay, Riju? Why the delay, specifically from the Trinamool side? Because it is delayed.
We are giving respect to our opposition, and we are doubly confirming our candidates, our list, and just making sure that, this will be the end of whatever tricks they can pull out of their bag.
Okay.
Once our candidate list is out, it will be the end game.
Interesting.
And that's it, because we have our agenda set, we have our political slogan set, we have done it for the people in 10 years. It's basically the fight is between 7 years of fake promises.
I just want to make it clear that I'm not saying that there is anything wrong with delaying the list. Both parties are totally entitled to do their due diligence as much as possible. So there is nothing wrong with it. I am just saying it's very interesting because it gives us a picture of how high stakes this battle actually is. Priyanka, Riju has basically said, he's almost confirmed what I said without actually answering it, but he's basically said, we also are keeping an eye on the enemy camp. The Trinamool is keeping an eye on you guys because there is a possibility that once the candidate list is out, there could be some tamasha, there could be some crossovers.
देखिए, जो तूफान में अपना घर नहीं बचा पाए वो दूसरों के घरों की तरफ ताक रहे हैं. So let me say that as much as we see that Mr. Datta is so confident, but we see that this confidence is lacking in TMC. It is just that he is sounding confident, but they are not confident. And I vociferously say today that TMC, the fort of TMC, is already crippled down. See, with their own confidence, with their trusted aides who have already quitted party, and still they are continuing. They're continuing to quit party. Yesterday only, I was seeing something. This one Neta of TMC, he was seen doing sit-ups.
Yeah, we have those images.
Holding
We put
his
them on our
ears.
screen.
Yes, holding his ears and doing sit-ups and saying that he regrets doing Trinamool all this while. So we can already see that what is happening to the fort. So absolutely, this is very clear that now that they are taking time and deciding who should be given a ticket, who should not be given tickets. And see, we are not saying anything. It is the TMC, it is Prashant Kishore who's saying that people now who have corrupt image will not be given tickets anymore. So you gave tickets to them 2 terms. You knew they were corrupt. Even then you gave them tickets. Why didn't you say at that point of time that you will not give them tickets? So now because you know that people of Bengal have already understood your strategies, so now you are thinking, oh my God, what will happen if we don't give them tickets? They will run away to BJP.
Riju, so
you see
Riju,
that
what
the entire
Priyanka
fort.
You can answer Priyanka directly. She says you are nervous now about denying people tickets, and these are the same people who you've given tickets in the past, overlooking any, their track record or any legalities or any criminalities, the allegation against you. Answer that.
See, I will respect Priyanka that she has admitted that we are not going to give nomination to anybody who has a tarnished image or who's involved with corruption. Now the question here is, we have taken a stand. But the turncoats who are marred by corruption, who are poked by central agencies, are actually their ticket holders because they have nobody else to give tickets to. Is BJP giving a ticket to Priyanka Tibrewal? They should. Is BJP giving a ticket to the old guards of BJP? They should. They are not. They are giving tickets and priority to the TMC turncoats who are probed by their central agencies. Number one. Number two, I will give you a factual data. For 294 seats in the BJP drop box, there are 56,000 applicants for MLA positions. So they have their jobs cut out. Third, when the ticket distribution is even done and the candidate list is out, they have to go to the people and tell them what their agenda is, what their manifesto is. I want to ask, do they have a manifesto or their Dropbox collection or their Duare program of earning their manifesto?
That is a separate issue altogether. That's a separate issue altogether about messaging.
Who are their candidates? We have taken a stand. We will not give anybody tickets who are marred by corruption or who have a tarnished image. But they have to give tickets who are probed by central agencies and marred by corruption because they are only their top leaders now.
Okay.
So it's very clear.
Okay. That's also a separate debate. You can choose to answer that if you want to, Priyanka. But the question I will ask you now is, at least one candidate is clear and has been clear for a while now. Mamata Banerjee has said it on record for quite a while now, including at the India Today conclave, that she will be fighting from Nandigram. We are getting indications that she will not fight from Bhawanipur. Somebody else will fight from there. It will only be from Nandigram. Has the BJP made up its mind? I know that there's a big meeting happening right now, Priyanka, in Delhi. The Prime Minister is meeting with the Home Minister. A decision is yet to be taken. But in this case, the Trinamool has at least bitten the bullet on Nandigram. Where is the BJP going to make up its mind?
See, I think by tomorrow the list should be out, and whoever contests from BJP under the symbol will defeat Mamata Banerjee, and it's upon Mamata Banerjee whether she chooses to fight 1 seat or 2. But I'm telling you, even if she would have contested from both the seats, she would have lost both the seats. Now, and the day is not too far. It's on the 2nd of May. We'll get to know that. But apart from that, now see, they realize all this, that whatever they were trying, whatever they were resorting to, be it Bengal ki beti, be it Didi, be it the Bua of Bengal, Everything was a farce. Everything has failed because people of Bengal have witnessed that the kind of nefarious activities that TMC in the government has done. See, they have deprived people of Bengal from the yojanas of the central government, the schemes of the central government, be it Ayushman, be it Kisan. And now, instead of speaking about development, because you have done nothing for development, so you have nothing to speak about development. So they were coming out with, Didi ke bolo, ye bolo, and now they are so insecure about the candidates. Because they know very well that if they do not give a ticket to someone, that person will quit the party.
What about
because there is no love and affection for the party.
What about Bhawanipur? The BJP has taunted the Trinamool for quite a while now about how that the bigger question is whether Mamta will actually fight from the Bhawanipur constituency or not. There has been another suggestion that she does not want to fight from there because, there has been an uprising against her from that particular area because of the demographic over there. What is the truth of this? Is she not, the indication is she is not going to fight from Bhawanipur. The BJP is going to say that Mamta Banerjee is running scared from that seat.
See, the chances are that the one-time candidate list for all the 294 constituencies might be declared tomorrow by the Honorable Chief Minister. Now, she has already said that she is going to contest from Nandigram. Whether she will contest from Bhawanipur or not, whatever BJP makes of it, I cannot comment on that. They are the opposition in Bengal, so they can make head or tail out of it. But whether she will or she will not, we will find it out once the candidate list is out. But how does it matter? See, the bottom line is you have to get more than 149 seats to form your government. So our target is out of 294 seats, we, as per Mamata Banerjee, what she has told in your conclave also, that our target is 221 or more, and we will make the government for the third term. That should be the main issue. It should not be but the pertinent point that you are asking all your debate now is, who is their contestant from Nandigram? Shubhendu Adhikari, when he was inducted into the BJP, he said, I started the Nandigram movement, I brought Mamata Banerjee into power. So is it not that he should be the person who should stand in front of Mamata Banerjee in the election? Then it will be a high voltage match. The entire national media will focus on it, and the people of Bengal will see who is who. Kaun baap hai, kaun beta hai.
Are you saying there is hesitation on the BJP's part as far as confirming Shubhendu? Are you saying that? Are you saying there is hesitation?
I think what BJP should have done, just a suggestion, I think what BJP should have done is on 18th January when Mamata Banerjee declared her candidacy, 19th January BJP should have come out and said, okay, Shubhendu will contest from Nandigram and we'll see what happens.
Okay, Priyanka, why hasn't that happened? Priyanka, now the Trinamool is taunting you back and saying, why so much hesitation and reluctance and duvidha over whether to deploy Shubhendu or not?
There is no Duvida. See, we have a system. We are a very organized party, unlike Trinamool. So we have our system of proceeding with things, and it is not just like that we just move around saying or doing anything. क्योंकि इनकी कथनी और करनी दोनों में फर्क है. वो फर्क कैसे है? Because see, they just said that this time no tickets will be given to a person who has corrupt records. Now I question right here whether they will give a ticket to Madan Mitra or not, whether they will give a ticket to Sudeep Bandyopadhyay or not, whether they will give a ticket to Kunal Ghosh or not. Let's see, wait and watch. And if they get tickets, then please, it is quite clear that whatever they are saying and what they are doing are two different things.
Answer that.
So my question is,
Riju.
Sudeep Bandyopadhyay, Madan Mitra, and Kunal Ghosh, the three people that you have named, they have all been probed by the central agencies. They are all out on bail by the authority of the highest court of this country, and whether they will get nominations or not, that we will find out by tomorrow evening. But even
charges
if they
of
get
corruption, they had said anybody having history or charges of corruption, we will not give a ticket to them. They had said that, mind you.
In this country, Priyanka, you have to understand, in this country, even a murderer is only announced a murderer after the charges are framed against them. Okay, so they are out on bail.
And you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that.
The procedure is ongoing. But no, I am not saying it is our party's decision. It is our party's decision.
One at a time.
Let me finish. Tomorrow,
Priyanka, let me finish. I'll come to you.
listen, Priyanka. Somebody from the road can tomorrow and go and file a case against you in the High Court of Calcutta. But until that is proven, can I call you guilty? Can I call you corrupted? So let the court take its decision. We have said people who are tarnished, who are marred by corruption, it is a proven fact, will not get nomination, and we are standing by
Okay.
it. As simple as that.
So these are the same people, Madan Mitra, Kunal Ghosh, when they went to jails, they spelled the name of Mamata Banerjee and they said, question Mamata Banerjee.
So one question. One question.
Who are Japo Mamata Naam. So people of Bengal are not fools. They understand कि कब कहाँ पर कैसे अपने
one question for Priyanka.
Ask. Go ahead, Riju, ask. Both of you are free to question each other on this show.
Priyanka,
We don't take sides.
When you say that, these people have gone to jails and these people are saying whatever you're saying now. So if people going to jail should be kicked out of politics, then your top boss and the Honorable Home Minister of this country has been in jail 3 months in 2010. Then should he be the Home Minister of this country, Priyanka?
But that's a different...
It is you who said.
The case, he's been cleared in those cases.
It is the TMC who had said
Exactly
that
my point. Exactly my point. So if he has also behind bars, he has got behind bars, and he has been cleared, then obviously he can be the Home Minister of this country.
Let me ask another question just to end this debate. I want to get into the specifics now. I want to get into this.
It is quite euphonious to hear. It is quite euphonious to hear because they say something, they do something. They do not have the brave heart to say that no, we will give tickets to criminals. It doesn't matter if they have corruption charges against them.
Then what about the Home Minister? Please talk about the Home Minister.
Stay with me. I've got some breaking news. Priyanka and Riju, stay with me. Priyanka and Riju, stay with me. I've got some breaking. Riju, Hamidul Rahman, appearing to pretty openly threaten voters, saying that they will pay a price if they don't vote for Mamata Banerjee, the person who has fed and protected them. The BJP has gone to the Election Commission on this. Okay, we've lost Riju on that. Priyanka, the BJP taking this complaint against Hamidul Rahman to the Election Commission.
See, these are the people, Shiv, who are exacerbating the situation. These are the people who are intimidating the people of West Bengal. I mean, where do they get the audacity to say that if you do not vote for us, you will not be allowed to move out of your house? To say that if you do not vote for us, then you see what we do to you after elections. So this is the same behavior which we are screaming and saying to the people that please be cautious now. Understand this inhuman activity, this inimical behavior of TMC. This is the actual reality of TMC.
We'll update our viewers on what happens after this meeting. The BJP has gone to the Election Commission. I wanted to get a reaction from Riju as well, but we've lost that line with him. But Priyanka and Riju, thank you very much for being with me.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.